You know, what really separates a brilliant idea that just fizzles out from one that sparks a whole movement? Well, it really boils down to one thing: visionary leadership. So today, we're going to unlock the three-stage framework that shows you exactly how to turn a vision into a reality.
Okay, so how does that actually happen? How do you take just a fleeting thought and turn it into something that lasts, a real legacy? It's a huge question, right? But the answer, well, it's actually surprisingly straightforward. We're about to walk you through a clear three-stage map that shows you the way.
Think about it. At the very heart of every great achievement, every big movement, there's always a single, powerful idea. But here's the thing, an idea on its own is just a seed. To really make it grow, you gotta have a process. So let's dive into that first crucial step.
All right, here we are, stage one, building your clear idea. I like to call this the blueprint phase. This is where we go way beyond that rough sketch on a napkin and start creating a really detailed, solid plan, something you can actually build a future on.
And really, this whole stage is about one thing: idea clarity. It's about taking your concept and refining it, polishing it until it is absolutely crystal clear, super focused, and just robust. Because let's be honest, without this solid foundation, everything you try to build on top of it is probably gonna crumble.
Now, there are kind of two main ways you can get to this level of clarity. On one hand, you could go for a quantum leap. We're talking a radical, game-changing innovation that just completely reimagines the whole system. Think of the very first smartphone, right? Super high risk, but man, the reward was huge. On the other hand, you can take incremental steps. These are those smart, steady improvements that just refine what's already there, like making that smartphone a little bit better every single year. It's lower risk for sure, but it comes with the incredible power of consistent progress.
Okay, so you've got a clear idea. That is a huge step, seriously. But here's the next big question. Is it the right idea for right now? And that, my friends, is where stage two comes in. This is all about making your idea relevant. It's where we take that amazing vision and plug it into the real world.
This quote really gets to the heart of stage two, doesn't it? The art of leadership is converting conception to be current and appropriate. What that really means is that true leadership is all about taking your big, amazing idea and actually making it work in the here and now. It's a delicate balancing act, between that grand vision you have and the practical, everyday realities you're up against.
So, how do you actually know if your idea is relevant? Well, you have to put it to the test. You have to pressure test it. Ask yourself these tough questions. Does this solve a problem people are dealing with right now? Is the timing right for this? Does it actually line up with our existing goals? And maybe most importantly, is it even feasible? Can we pull this off with the resources we have? Your honest answers here, that's what's going to tell you if your idea is truly ready for prime time.
All right, let's recap. Your idea is clear, check. It's relevant, check. So now it's time to actually make it happen. Welcome to stage three, creating a framework for action. This is where we stop planning and start doing. We're turning that blueprint into a real, buildable plan.
Now, this is way more than just a simple to-do list, okay? It's a complete system for getting things done. So first, you gotta define the mission. What is the ultimate end game here? What are we all working toward? Second, you have to empower the team. Who is actually going to execute this plan? From the top all the way to the bottom, and do they have what they need to succeed? And third, you need to measure the impact. How are you going to track your progress? How will you even know if you're winning?
Let's just zero in on that middle point for a second. Empowerment. This is so critical. A truly big idea can't just be dictated from the top down. It just doesn't work that way. It needs everyone, and I mean everyone, from the folks on the front lines all the way up to the executive suite, to feel empowered to take action. That is how a vision stops being one person's idea and starts becoming a shared reality.
Okay, so let's zoom out and take a look at the whole picture we've just painted. We've basically walked through a really powerful three-stage journey that shows you how to take a vision and make it real.
So, it all starts with conception, taking that initial spark and forging it into a clear idea. Then comes refinement, making that idea current, making it relevant for the world as it is today. And finally, action, creating that solid framework so everyone can execute. Conception, refinement, action. Honestly, that's the DNA of visionary leadership right there.
And look, this isn't just some abstract theory, okay? It's a practical tool that you can start using like right now. Which really brings us to the most important question of all. What's the very first step for your big idea? Do you need to work on clarity? Do you need to test its relevance? Or is it time to build a framework for action? Your journey starts now.